welcome to Happy Life Results Book Group.
Hi there.
We're doing a section called Control. It's hero concept number 3 and we're in part 2. It doesn't say part 2, it just says letting go of attachments. It's the 4th paragraph. Okay, so letting go of attachments is a way to have more freedom, not less. You are not losing whatever had the controller, you are regaining the control of your feelings about it. We don't even need to figure out what the attachment is, just politely take possession of the power of the controller.
Let go of everything that could pull you down. Why hold on to anything that could pull you down? Keeping the controller 100% makes the most sense. Does it continue?
Yeah. Nope.
Oh, okay. So, 2 big concepts there. Let's hear more about this. Letting go of attachments, doesn't that mean I lose something if I let go of it?
It feels like, it seems like it,
Okay.
but you're letting go of the attachment. So if you think of it as having like a connection to you, there's a connection there, and you let go of that connection, then you still can have the thing. You just don't have the same link. It's different.
What does that mean? What is the attachment? What is there when the attachment's there, and what is there when the attachment's not there?
Yeah, so I can show you what it would look like in the result.
Yeah.
And that would be that if you have it or you don't have it, you feel the same. Like it doesn't make you happy or take your happiness away. So that's a way to look at it. But when you look at it that way, people think, well, then I have to lose it. I have to lose it to get rid of the attachment. But you don't. You just have to see that if you lost it, it wouldn't change your internal state.
So yeah, this reminds me of yesterday's discussion about blue making me happy. But don't I want blue to make me happy?
Oh, if you think it helps you get more of it in your life. Like if by liking it in a way that gives the joystick to it, if you feel like that is going to guarantee you have that thing in your life, it will somehow improve your capacity to have that thing in your life.
Yeah, so if I cut that connection, won't I lose the blue?
No. So it's almost like you feel like you need the like or dislike to pull you and push you in life. Like get you more of the things you like, then you need to have that attachment there, because if you don't have the attachment, you won't go after the things that you like.
If I don't need blue to make me happy, why would I even put blue in my life anymore if I don't need it to be happy?
So it's so fascinating, because when you go from living your whole life based on likes and dislikes and switch it to just choosing directions and deciding if something fits in your direction or not. If it does, include it. If blue is in your direction, include it in your strategy for life. And you're actually more capable of including blue in your life without the like and dislike.
That part, you almost have to experience it for that to make sense. But when you do, it makes more sense than what you were doing before, right?
Yes.
That's what okay, so.
Yes, you have more ability to strategically include and exclude things without that attachment.
And the way she's explained it, that kind of, this one makes sense to me. The more something matters, the more control I give it to affect how I feel, the less in control I feel about it. So let's say, for example, if I thought the color blue, I had this big, huge blue diamond that's worth $1 billion, because this is going to make me happy because it's blue and and it's valuable and it's beautiful and it's like, yes. So you think, all right, well, this is like maximum blue happiness right here. Okay. But how do I protect it? How do I, like all of the issues and questions around it, just because it's so valuable, all of a sudden, I have less freedom around. I'm not going to toss it. I can't put it out. I'm not going to take it with me everywhere I go. I have less freedom about how I choose to use it because my happiness is in it. And if something happens to it, there goes my happiness, right? But if it's a blue $1 billion diamond and it doesn't have any control over my happiness, I could decide however I want to use it. I could decide to break it up into like lots of little pieces and put them all over the house, because it's not going to make me unhappy. I want to just choose what is the best way for me to make use of, to optimize my use of this amazing blue $1 billion diamond. Maybe the best way for me to use it is to sell it and then do something else with the $1 billion, right? That's what you're saying. If it's not connected to if it doesn't have a controller, I can choose infinite directions for how it's in my life. But I can make it in my life, right?
Yeah,
I don't have to lose it, right?
yes.
Okay.
That
Sorry,
one's so emotional for so many people because it's attached to money.
Yeah, sorry. Okay, so but here's another one, if you don't mind.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Like, say it's a person in my life. This one's probably even more. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't.
No, go for it.
Okay.
Go for it. Then I'll do one that's not.
Yeah,
so
okay. If it's a person in my life and I think I need them for my happiness, I'm gonna be a lot more what's the word, micromanage. I'm gonna expect a lot more from that person. I'm gonna have rules and expectations, and they're gonna, because if they don't follow them, my happiness is at stake. So they better do things the way that will make me happy. And so in order, that relationship I have with them, it actually has to follow a lot of my expectations for happiness. But if the control is with me about how my happiness, my optimal state is, we call it happiness for short, but really up. Let's say up.
Yeah.
Unconditional peak experience. My ability to be up is in my control. Then how I interact with that person is infinitely more free to whatever I choose. I can interact with them in much better ways for our relationship than I do if I think I depend on them to keep my up.
Mm-hmm.
Does that work?
Yeah.
How's that explanation?
It's really good for advanced level thinking. Like, if you've had a lot of experience with up principles, like if you've listened to all the videos up until this point, in theory, you'll be nodding your head. You'll be like, okay, yeah, in theory that works. Maybe not necessarily in action, but if you haven't had all the experience with all the videos and you're just tuning into this is going to sound crazy. The diamond's going to sound crazy. The
$1 billion blue diamond probably is crazy. but hopefully the part, like understanding how many doors and how many options it opens up, and how you treat other people can be so much better.
Yeah.
If you don't think they have to make you happy.
Yeah, I agree 100%.
Okay. Yeah, I think that part. Hopefully. Tell me if I missed something there.
Yes. We would love
give
your
us a
feedback.
comment. Give us some feedback.
So I'll do one too, since we're doing examples.
Yeah. Give us another one.
Okay, so let's say you want to go to yoga 3 times a week, and you feel like after yoga class you feel the best all day. Like you have all of these good endorphins, and it just feels great after yoga.
Limber and
Yes.
You did your workout.
Yeah.
Check.
Yeah. So you when the way we're talking about yoga is, we're not saying now you can't feel good after yoga. You can't feel good with yoga. You still feel that way. That feeling, you feeling the way you like to feel, is up. So you're feeling up. You're just thinking that yoga caused it. And so then if yoga gets canceled, if COVID happens, if your health, tear a ligament or something and you can't go to yoga, then not only do you not have that really good endorphin rush after yoga, you actually, when you think about yoga, then you feel worse than normal. Like, oh, I feel worse than normal because now I can't have that thing that you actually have that thing all of the time. Up is available all of the time. You just thought it was only available after yoga.
And it's interesting, when something has the control, the influence around it expands, because if your happiness, your ability to maintain peak experience is controlled there, then you have to have a protective shield around that, and then anything that would encroach upon that shield needs another. So now, when somebody calls you right before yoga, and it's someone you care about, and they need your help right away, there's a potential conflict. It's not a question of what is the best focus for me right now. It's they're putting my happiness at stake.
Yeah.
You're having to weigh and balance, not just priorities, but also dealing with, yeah, but I'll lose. Look what I'll lose, right? Is that
Yeah, that's good.
okay?
Yep. So, yeah, it was intense. Today was intense. So
Okay,
thanks
yeah.
for putting up with it, and hopefully you got some good things to think about. And it's a very powerful concept. And so when I just say it so casually, the approach you take to getting off the ground should align with the principles of UP. Don't give your controller to anything good or bad. In writing, it's so simple, that one line.
One line.
But in application, if you're not already doing it, it's a big transition.
And it's a transition. Also, if like not using pain points
To get you to
to
do
get the
it.
controller to use or not
Yeah.
use, like all of those
Yeah, it's
all
huge.
of those things. Okay.
Huge. Okay, we'll see you tomorrow.
See ya.